This is really getting out of hand. With the way that nursing students and youths are losing their life these days, it's very, very questionable. In short, the level of insecurity is becoming something to definitely worry about. A young nursing student who goes by the name Vivian Chilaka was stabbed to death in her house in an off-campus apartment in Anambra State on the 15th of June. She is said to be a 200 level nursing student of the College of Nursing, and she lives off campus alone. According to sources, she's a very, very intelligent girl, and in one of their ceremonies, it was said that they gave rewards to outstanding students, and she came out as one of the outstanding students. She didn't just come out as an outstanding student, but she was given over 6 awards, which made her even more outstanding than the others. This earned her a scholarship. Unfortunately, on the 15th of June 2026, her lifeless body was found outside her room. She was unalive and with bruises all over her body, which was a clear indication that she was beaten before she got murdered. Her room was said to have been wide open, and it is said that there were signs that she must have struggled with the person that murdered her before he finally overpowered her and then took her life. There was a knife on the floor found at that particular place where it happened, and her pots and other utensils were scattered around the place, which clearly showed that she fought back, and maybe the person overpowered her and that was how he took her life. So this particular group on Facebook posted something even more interesting. They gave a clearer post and allegedly said that the landlord could have a hand in this. What is kind of tricky about this whole thing is that the same landlord was the one who saw the body and went to report to the police, and that was how the police came there, and everybody found out that the girl had lost her life, because according to them, it was just her and the landlord that was in the compound at that moment. And according to sources, it seems like the landlord is living in that compound. And it was also said that the landlord has been throwing advances towards her, like he has been trying to flirt with her, but she has refused and turned him down a whole lot of times. And people say maybe that was why he decided, to force himself on her this time around, and maybe the girl must have struggled, and that was how he took her life. This whole thing still remains a claim because it has not been proven yet, although it was said that there were blood stains that was found in the landlord's apartment, which of course, if Vivian Chilaka had lost her life in her own apartment, then how come there is blood in the landlord's apartment as well? So this is kind of tricky. Although it was said that there's a particular dog that usually barks uncontrollably in the compound, and this dog is said to be the landlord's dog, that the dog barks for no reason. In short, if you were to enter the compound, the dog will start barking, and then every other person in the compound will be alerted that somebody just came in. So it is said that the landlord went to the police and said that he's not sure, that he feels like somebody jumped into their compound and then came and murdered the girl. So people are saying that there was a dog that used to bark there uncontrollably, and that they noticed that the dog was not barking on that particular day. And for that dog not to have barked on that particular day, it means that someone familiar to the dog must have taken the dog, and the only person that could have been that familiar was the landlord, which was why he was the number one suspect. According to people, if only the dog was there at that moment, and if someone had jumped into the compound, then the dog would have backed up to the point that people around would definitely notice that something was wrong and would have come to the girl's rescue. But unfortunately, that dog did not bark on that particular day, which was kind of awkward and strange. So the India Law Group, I think it's a group related to that particular community where the girl lost her life. So according to the post they made, They suggested a scenario saying that maybe since the man has been making advances towards her, maybe he came that day and then tried to force himself on her, but she refused, and that was how they got into a fight, and maybe he ended up overpowering her and then murdered her. The landlord's name is Mr. Ogochukwu, and he has been held as a suspect, but these claims have not been proven yet. The post suggested that Vivian may have told some of her colleagues that the landlord had made advances towards her in the past. Maybe that was why he decided to take her life this time around. So this is the main reason why the police still held as a suspect in the police custody. The post alluded that police had undergone an investigation and blood stains were found in the landlord's apartment, which makes it even more complicated. If she had lost her life in her apartment, then why is there blood in the landlord's apartment? Although the landlord, Mr. Ogochukwu, has not been charged yet, he's still innocent until proven guilty. Look of things, it seems like she must have fought from inside the room and then came outside before she finally gave up the ghost. But people say that if the landlord was actually involved or was actually the one that did it, then there should be fresh wounds on his body. Since the girl was said to have fought back, there possibly would have been maybe a scratch or an injury on the landlord's body. So I believe the police should maybe strip the man naked and then check for fresh injuries. This was the same way they were able to catch a particular guy that murdered a nursing student. This was the same way, this was the same method they used in catching the guy. They checked and they saw fresh wounds and they realized that he was the one. So I feel like maybe if they use the same method or the same tactics, they might be able to find out if the landlord was actually the person that did it. Then there should be scars or even fresh wounds on his body. It's actually so unfortunate that young girls, nursing students, university students, she's only 200 level, and then this happened, and it is said that she has a bright future. She's a very, very intelligent girl, and it's so unfortunate that this happened. The students of the school are protesting and saying they want justice for her, because it's a very, very sad one. No one is actually safe. The level of insecurity is becoming even worse by the day. Our youths are not safe. No one is safe. So guys, stay safe out there and follow me for more stories like this. I'll see you in my next video.